but I found a friend. I found a hero. His name was Jesus. And he's the best friend that I ever had. I've had a lot of friends. I made mistakes in this life, and I've lost a lot of friends. But right there's one man that stayed with me, helped me when I was down, and a friend will help you when you're down in your lowest state in life. I found Jesus to be one of the best, and all of my life about it, I preached him how to lead away from this earth to that glory world. And I know a lot of people that I've heard say that God Almighty died for my sins and yours, and he did die for the sin of the world. Without that, we was lost, burnt, undone. But God give us the best thing he had in heaven. He unbosomed his only begotten Son. Let him come down here. David said, I've heard that read all my life. David said, the Lord, having a little verse I've been hunting for, the 23rd chapter of the Psalms of David. I didn't understand when I heard that and read it, what David meant when he said, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I wondered how on earth that he could say something like that. But the night he come in my soul and taught me these things, I realize and understand Satan is a hard man and he's a powerful man. But God has got all power both heaven and on earth. And the third and appointed morning when he got up, you all pray just a minute. If God will, I will be done. I absolutely can't. I want you to understand that. He led me through them green pastures. God bless him. I've eaten for a long time. I'm going on 40, almost 40 years now in December. Oh, I found him to be greater than Mom. I found him to be greater than Dad. I didn't want to come around these old Baptist people when I was young. Oh, their songs was too lonesome, and their preaching seemed like the preacher. Every time he looked back through there and pointed his finger, it looked like he was pointing it right at me. Oh, I run from that. Brother, I didn't want people to see me cry. I didn't want them to see me shed tears. I thought when I was young that was a sign of weakness. Oh, bless the Lord, our hero that I found was not ashamed to cry. The shortest little verse you'll ever read in that book, it said Jesus wept. Oh, he's the man that'll carry you across. I want you to know that when my soul was dead in trespass and in sin, oh, I knew the preacher couldn't help me. I knew the church couldn't help me. But I did realize there was a man in heaven. If he would reach that hand down, which he did, and help me out of that place, I believe, brother, with all my heart, I love this man. Oh, he's greater than all my children and my wife. I give them all to him because he gave them to me, and he can take them anytime he wants to. Yes, one day my little daughter, 17 years old, she come to me and said, Dad, I'm in trouble. I didn't know what on earth she was going to tell me. It scared me, but listen what she said. Oh, Daddy, I'm in trouble with my sins. Can you help me? I said, Sissy, I'd give you everything I own in this world. I've not got what you need, but I know the man that flowed that river of water. Have you ever read over there where that river that John scene was clear to crystal, and on both sides of that stood the tree of life, and in the midst of it was a street. Oh, sissy, a long time ago, Jesus flowed that river through my bedroom, and I got a drink of that water, and it's been in me a well of water. Oh, God, open these lungs for me just one more time. I said to the little girl, I said, if you'll talk to Jesus, He will do the job for you. Yes, sir. One day on Sunday, I know while after that, I heard a cry in the back of the house, and I knew that cry. I'd heard it many times. Oh, Daddy, God forgive me. I'm going home with you one day, and I want to be baptized. My life, I tried to live in front of my children. I meant a great deal to them, and I was blessed to baptize all four of them. Oh, my baby boy today is still preaching the same Jesus I've tried to preach for 40 years. He's one man, brother, can hit you down in death. I'll tell you how strong this man is. There's a little woman, she was dying. They done give her up. She done just had a little piece of a lung left. Oh, when I got to her bedside, oh, Paul, God has forgiven me. Will you baptize me? The little lady had more faith than I did. She's in auction. Oh, they called Amla, and they went and got her and brung her to the church. When I announced an open door of the church, Paul, God forgive me. I want to be baptized today. It took three of us. Oh, she was just skin and bone, and I set her on my knee and raised my hand towards heaven, and I had to take her auction off of her, and honestly, I was afraid she'd die when she got under that water. Oh, I raised her back up, and I said, are you all right? She said, Lord, yeah, I feel better, and I started to put her auction back in her nose. No, don't put it back. I don't need it. And 30 days later from that, I was on a Sunday, and the next month that rolled around, I looked and saw her coming through the window, walking, brother. I've seen miracles this man has performed right here with my own eyes, many of them, brother. Oh, God went down in death. I'm glad He knows what it's about. I'm glad that He's born poorest among the poor. I don't know, have you ever wondered what kind of life this man lived for 33 and a half years? They treated him like a dog. Some of them loved dogs better than they did him. Oh, Jesus, everything He done was good. He never done anything was wrong or bad. But there was people there accusing Him of many things. He healed an old man one time on the seventh day, and he done many things that they done him. And they absolutely healed the blind, brother, raised the dead, and the cripple could walk, and the dumb could talk, and the deaf hear. Oh, when they took Him into Pilate's hall, tell me, where was everybody that He had healed? Where was everybody after they had the disciples standing outside? Oh, Lord, you know I love you, and I'll go to death with you. He said, Peter, God bless you. listen to me. The foxes have holes, and the little birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. Oh, Lord, Peter, before that old rooster crowed, you'll deny me 3 times, and just as sure as I'm here, when he's standing outside of the natural world, come by, brother, already 2 of them accused him of being a disciple, and he said he didn't know this man, and the little girl come by, she said, I know you're one of his'n, your talk betrays you. Oh, this same tongue that used to curse, brother, don't do that no more. I'll tell you one thing, brother, Peter said, I know him not, and he cursed and swore that he didn't know this man, and all once that old rooster crowed, and Peter remembered what Jesus told him. Oh, boys, listen, he stood in front of Pilate, and the truth was standing in front of him, brother, and he knew it not, but there was something about his wife, brother. He said, you watch what you do to this man. I've suffered many things in a dream concerning him. Oh, when you called me the other day, I couldn't come. I had an appointment at the hospital with a heart doctor. I said, if I live and God will bless me, I'll come. I hope the Lord, I don't know why, I seem like I can't preach for crying. I'm choked up, but I had a little dream about you all. I saw Sister B walk out in front of the little road out here, and I seen you young people here, and I was happy, and Sister B said, well, here's Brother Paul. I said, Lord, help me. I didn't do nothing yesterday. I didn't do nothing today but rest. I wanted to come and see him. Oh, somewhere in life, I'm going to preach my last sermon, but I ain't had nothing to preach but Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. That's all I've had. And when I was younger, my old Doc Baxter, he did now. He said, Paul, and he listened to the funerals all the time. And he was a Pentecostal holiness preacher, his own self. And he said, Paul, listen to me. You're going to kill yourself. Oh, Doc, let me tell you something. I promised Jesus if he'd save my soul and not let me go into that burning hell, I'd do what he wanted to me to do. And if I die a begging sinner, what other way would be any better than to leave this world? I hope God will let me do that, but if not, it'll be all right. Oh, brother, I wore these lungs out, preaching him to be the way and the truth, and he's the one that's got the life, brother. And let me tell you, it's in his hand. If you go to heaven, you'll go through Jesus Christ. Now, do you remember when he cast them out of the garden? He placed a flaming sword, and that sword was on fire. I never did understand that until the night he come in my soul. Oh, but the Lord now, he's my shepherd. He leads me by the still water. Oh, how sweet it is just to feel like when you leave this world, heaven will be your home. I told a couple of sisters I was in a funeral one night way down in Kentucky, and they was there, they knew me. Oh, Paul, I wished I could be a Christian. I said, honey, what's wrong? You can't. She said, well, my husband They want us to go places that a Christian don't go. I said, honey, listen to me. If there ain't nothing else I tell you tonight, I want you to listen to me. You're only one breath away from a never-ending eternity, one heartbeat away. Let me ask you this. If you go home tonight, driving along, and you hit on with somebody, yes, sir, what's going to happen to you? She said, you know I'll go to hell. I said, well, he might marry again in about 30 days. He might not wait that long and marry somebody else, and both of them repent and get them a home in heaven. Where did that leave you? Lord, I've never studied about that. I said, I've been there many times at this bedside, many dying young girl and boy, and many of the elders. But I want you to understand, doctor, after a while he'll say, you all will have to leave out. I thank God my hero promised me he'd be there. I don't know, sissy, your case, you do tonight, and you're later or a little over. There's another funeral at that same church, and that same girl was there. She said, I'm going to talk to you back to church. And after church was over, we went into the kitchen. I want to tell you something. You called me to not sleep a wink. I ain't been to bed since the last time I seen you. I've sat up. I'm afraid to go to sleep. I'm afraid how many this morning didn't wake up. Oh, what little I've slept. I've done it in a lazy boy. I said, well, what's wrong? She said, I'm sure dying and going to hell. I said, honey, I know a man that can help you and can help your husband too. I just talk to him sometime and see if he won't talk back to you. Oh, brother, been sitting in Pilate's court. Let me get back to that just a minute. But I wanted to lead you into that, if in case I never see you no more, when you come to die, somebody's going to be behind that curtain, and ain't but two of them, and one's Satan, and one's the Lord. One of them will be there. Yes, sir. I know me getting scared. I wouldn't save my soul. I know running to the church, I wouldn't save my soul. I was ignorant, brother, but I had a hero that sat in Pilate's court, and last time that anything was said, old Pilate finally said, well, just crucify him, and he washed his hands. Oh, where was the rest of them boys at? Where was all of them people at? Jesus suffered, I want you to know that. That night before he died, God sent him some angels to minister unto him. And I know, brother, when Freddie had that car wreck, his little daughter, 17 years old, is coming down there in Kentucky to see a little grandbaby. Oh, Lord, I don't know why he's leading my mind this way, but she looked over at her dad, and she said, Dad, when we get down there, I get to hold it first. Bless the name of the Lord. That was the last thing he ever said. They were crossing the road, and a cold truck drove all the way to the stern wheel. Oh, when Freddie woke up, his wife was laying down in his feet, and he couldn't find that little girl. He's in the nursing home in Pikeville now, but he don't remember that no more. That's gone. God fixed that for him. But he held his hand upon the door, and that little girl was there. Oh, there's two big ball games that turned loose, and both 4 lanes was blocked for about an hour and a half. But let me tell you something, oh Lord, did my little daughter make it there? One night he laid down, and he got a letter from her, and the address on it was heaven. Oh, when he opened it, he said, Dad, don't worry more about me. I'm up here waiting on you. And one night he laid down, and he didn't understand why that little daughter and his wife was tucked away. And one night he laid down, and he watched his own self wreck. He said, I've never seen as many angels in all of my life. When I looked up, there was angels everywhere, but 2 of them left them up there and come down in the car and got down and went away. Oh, that same man, brother, be here. He's a-coming back again, and them that spit on him and smacked him in the face, them people is going to have to see him again. Oh, but in the resurrection of the dead, this old body won't need this heart they put 3 valves in no more. I'm going to get a brand new body. And some of these great days, it'll be eternal. It'll be eternal. Heaven or hell. And God give us